Well, another big story breaking right now in a Fox News alert. The Justice Department, in a surprise move without any kind of warning that it was coming, released a transcript and audio from the Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche's interview with Ghislaine Maxwell. Blanche posting it on X moments ago. Right now, we are going through the material so that we could bring you some excerpts from it, exactly what the two of them talked about. It's going to take a while, though, because there are hundreds of pages in these transcripts, and then the audio is going to take hours to go through. But David Spunt and our Justice Department team are working on it as fast as they can to try to break down some of the highlights and bring it to you.
This is quite a Friday night news dump. This is something that a lot of people had been asking for, were very interested in, not something we were 100% sure we would get. So this is quite newsy. You have to remember now, she said, Ghislaine Maxwell said that before this interaction, nobody from the government had ever spoken to her, period, in any presidential administration. This was her first interaction with a sitting White House administration official. Yep.
There's probably more than 300 pages to this transcript. The interview was conducted over a couple of days, over a number of hours each day. And again, there was an audio transcription. So we will, for the first time in a long time, hear the words coming right out of Ghislaine Maxwell's mouth. Again, David Spunt and our Justice Department team are working on it, and they will bring you more on the story with Martha just ahead.
BBN! Jack Frost! What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently, the Democrats have allowed for some of the emails that revolved around Jeffrey Epstein and Trump specifically to be disseminated to the press. And Ghislaine Maxwell said Trump had nothing to do with anything. Okay. Now I want to be clear about something, and I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. No misunderstanding. Zero miscommunications over years. The Democrats are only allowing select emails to be released in order for them, while they try to control the narrative around said emails. Now, I want to be clear about something, and I just want to explain how this is absolutely insanity to me that some people are agreeing with these emails before I get to Ghislaine Maxwell. But I just... I keep saying Ghislaine. I don't know if that's how you say her name, but Ghislaine. Anyway, so how they didn't see this coming in any regard. So the emails that are being released actually don't say anything negative about Trump as far as anything we would see negative about Trump. It seems like Epstein was complaining that Trump wasn't being a part of the program, and also complaining that there was a possibility that Trump was actually working for the federal government to help them be able to get evidence against him, which we have found out to be true, actually. Like, that's a fact at this point. I'll explain what happened. There was a situation where when Trump was still friends with Epstein, so Epstein comes around Mar-a-Lago at that Trump-owned resort, or whatever it is, and he comes to Mar-a-Lago, and he talks to one of the pool girls. I think she's a pool girl. And he gets Ghislaine Maxwell, the Jizz Master, to convince the young girl to be a part of, or to learn massage therapy. Young girl, she wants to help out her family. Massage therapy, yeah, I'm down. So the young girl becomes a part of what she believes to be a new business opportunity in order for her to be able to help her family. Let's just be clear on this. What actually happens is she's invited to one of the estates that Epstein has in his control, and for about almost 3 years, she is then a victim, and she's victimized by the people that Epstein have around him and by Epstein himself. Now, Trump, upon learning that this girl started going over there, immediately gets upset. He bans, immediately after he finds out about this, he bans Epstein from Mar-a-Lago, and him and Epstein's friendship ends, or at least the supposed friendship ends, because at this point we have to admit, or we have to at least be cognizant of what the FBI is saying is true, and if everything played out the way that it did, which it did, don't get this confused, then that means, without a shadow of a doubt, with no question, that Trump actually was working against Epstein and not with him. Now, insert Ghislaine Maxwell, the Jizz Master. What she basically is saying is that Trump had nothing to do with anything. I don't believe she wants to talk about the Trump situation. Imagine your whole entire kingdom that you have, as perverted as it was, you're the queen of this space. Imagine one of the main reasons in which why you was taken down is by the person who is now the president of the United States, and so now you can't even use them as a scapegoat if you wished. But there are people attempting to side him with you when y'all were never on the same side. You can't even ask him for a pardon. He cannot pardon her even if he wished to, which I know he doesn't. I don't know he doesn't, but I would assume he doesn't. He couldn't pardon her if he wanted to. He can't give her a good deal if he wanted to. This might be part of the plan for the Democrats, by the way, because if Trump was his friend so much, and they keep talking about all these pictures that Trump is in with him, why are all of those pictures, predates, the investor or us really finding out about who Epstein was? But after, the investigation started and Epstein, the FBI started really getting into him and everything, and the information came out about him and everything, why was it the Democrats who still stood side by side with this man? Remember, they also stood side by side with Harvey Weinstein. Everybody forgets about that. So basically, and this is what I mean by the American public, there is a large percentage of the American public who have a mental health disorder, who Satan has infiltrated and has complete control over their mannerisms, because some of these things that's going on is basically common sense. So Epstein, his own his own lawyers have said Trump had nothing to do with it. Ghislaine Maxwell, his co-defendant, said Trump has nothing to do with it. But we have people in the American public that believe that Trump is hiding evidence of his involvement in the Ghislaine Maxwell situation and the Epstein situation, when in reality, everybody forgets that the government got shut down right before Mike Johnson was bringing the vote to the table. Everybody forgets about that. And everybody forgets that one of the first acts that Mike Johnson said that he was going to do when the government opened back up was release the Epstein files, or at least bring that to where they can vote on it to have the Epstein files released. So this is a lot deeper than people are giving it credit for. Trump has been exonerated by emails. Trump has been exonerated by the co-defendant of the individual who's found, who is, this is all behind, or the evidence is against, and the evidence is against her also, being a co-defendant. So everybody directly involved in the situation, including the victims, says Trump has nothing to do with it. But yet, people are so... I'm purposely not being careful with this wording. People are so mentally defunct or devoid of morality, of God, of the ability to recognize, not even recognize, but accept the truth. Not even accept, but be a part of the truth. That they rather Trump was accused of doing something that he didn't do, rather than that he actually didn't do it. And when you really get to the understanding of that, they want victims. Like, Trump has no people out there saying that he victimized them. They want victims. Remember when they brought all of those women together against Bill Cosby? And then we find out a large percentage of those women never even met the man, never even been in the same room with him. But we still had people who wanted Bill Cosby to stay in jail. I'm going to repeat that again because I don't think people really understand that this issue that's going on, this manipulation, this mental health problem extends past Trump. It's just a part of the Democratic Party at this point. Anything that their politicians say, they don't need proof, they don't need evidence, they don't need nothing. All they're going to say is the Republicans are hiding it. With no proof, no evidence, no nothing. And it seems like 100% of the things that they come out and say that the Republicans are hiding, they are actually hiding. Ghislaine Maxwell said Trump is not involved in this situation. I need somebody to go down there into the chat and explain to me how Trump is a part of the situation when the co-defendant, the victims, and the person who actually was doing the crimes said he is in. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification game. Hashtag Bruce Bones. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. Let's all again this way. Man.